Hi students, in the last lecture we had studied about the surface impedance and surface resistance. In today's lecture we will study about the phase and group velocity. So before going to the phase and group velocity, we should aware about some terms. First one is about wave packet and second is about waveguide. So what do you mean by a wave packet? A group of several waves of different velocities and different wavelength is commonly known as a wave packet. A group of several waves of different velocities and different wavelength, it is known as a wave packet. And secondly, a waveguide. Waveguide is an electromagnetic feed line used in microwave communication, broadcasting and radar installations. A waveguide, it consists of a rectangular or cylindrical metal tube or pipe. The electromagnetic field propagates lengthwise and the waveguides are most often used in horn antennas and dish antennas, etc. So, a waveguide is simply an electromagnetic feed line used in microwave communications. So next one is the wavelength. Wavelength, it is the distance between 2 points. Here it is showing this is a wave and here marking 2 points, that is the point C and D. So a wavelength means it is the distance between the 2 points C and D along a line or a wave which is having a phase shift of 2 pi radians. A wave within a waveguide, it can be resolved into a combination of plane waves reflected from the waveguide walls. Here we are taking here the TE10 mode. TE means TEM means transverse electromagnetic mode and TEM is again classified into two. It is comprises of two waves, that is one is TE wave and the second is the TM wave. TE means transverse electric wave mode. Here the electric field E is fully transverse to a waveguide, meaning perpendicular to the broad dimension of the waveguide. And in the case of a TM wave, it is the transverse magnetic wave mode. Here the magnetic field is wholly transversed to the waveguide, which means perpendicular to the broad dimension of waveguide. So this is the TE and TM mode of operation. And here we are considering TE10 mode of the transverse electromagnetic wave. So why we choose the TE10 for an example? Here the TE10 mode has the lowest cutoff frequency and so it is known as the dominant mode in the microwave communication. All other modes have higher cutoff frequencies. So this implies that at the frequency band of operation, only the dominant mode is propagating, while all higher order modes are in cutoff state. So in general, an excitation of the guide at its cross section excites all possible waveguide modes. The modes with cutoff frequencies higher than the frequency of excitation decay away, that is it is reducing from the source. Only the dominant mode has sinusoidal dependence upon the distance and thus possess the fields that are periodic in space and dominate the field pattern far away from the source. That is, it propagates like a sinusoidal wave. So, in the case of a wave, the propagation could be of two types. One is in the form of an oscillatory type or wave type, or the second one is decaying type, which is exponential or damped oscillations. So dominant modes have the wave nature, others are reducing or increasing nature. So we are using the TE10 mode for the wave propagation purposes. So here we consider an TE10 mode, and it is the decomposition of TE10 mode is showing here. It decomposes into two plane waves. One is like this and other is like this, flowing like this. So a wave traveling in the positive z direction at an angle minus theta, the field may be depicted as a sum of two plane TEM waves propagating along the zigzag paths. So as a consequence of this zigzag paths, we have three types of velocities. The medium velocity, it is shown by U dash. One is the medium velocity. Here it is showing the propagation angle, it is minus theta, and here in this picture it consists of three velocities. One is the medium velocity, it is represented by U dash, and the second one is the phase velocity, it is represented by UP, and the third velocity is the group velocity, and it is represented by this UG. So this figure consists of, here we are considering a TE10 mode wave, and it is decomposed into two plane waves, and this plane wave consists of three types of velocities. One is a medium velocity, it is represented by U dash, and second is the phase velocity, it is represented by UP, and third one is the group velocity, it is represented by UG. And this figure shows the relationship between the UG, UP and the U dash. UG is showing here, it is the group velocity, and this is phase velocity, and U dash is the medium velocity. And this is the angle. So consider a wave. Consider a wave, that is u of x of t is equal to a0 sine omega t minus beta x. This is the wave. It is propagating like this. Omega t is the time domain, time axis, and here a0 is the wave amplitude, and beta is the phase constant, and omega is the angular velocity, and x is the displacement, and phase phi is equal to, from this relation, phase phi is equal to omega t minus beta x. It is shown in this equation. So therefore, when we find out the d phi by dt, it is equal to 0, then from the equation we get omega minus beta dx by dt is equal to 0, and from this relation omega is equal to beta into dx by dt, and we can find out the dx by dt is equal to omega by beta. So the phase velocity, it is represented by v phase or up, it is equal to omega by beta. So the phase velocity of a wave, it is the rate at which the phase of the wave propagates in a space. The phase velocity of a wave is the rate at which the phase of the wave, it propagates in space. And this is the velocity at which the phase of any one frequency component of the wave travels. So here we are considering only one wave, and it is the frequency. It is commonly known as the velocity of a wave in space. That is the phase velocity. Velocity of a phase at space. So in some cases, the value of this u dash or the medium velocity is equal to some value, then the phase velocity is greater than, then the value of phase velocity, it becomes greater than the speed of the light. In such conditions, does this violate the Einstein's relativity theory that messages cannot travel faster from the speed of the light? Not really, because the information of or energy in a waveguide generally does not travel at the phase velocity. The informations of a wave are the information which is which is transferring in the form of a wave. It is always transferring at a group velocity. It is not transferred at phase velocity. So this group velocity must be less than the speed of light. So the next term, that is the group velocity, we are commonly using this group velocity for transmitting the informations or messages, etc. So what is a group velocity? The group velocity of a wave is the velocity with which the overall envelope shape of the wave's amplitude, known as the modulation or envelope of the wave, propagates through the space. That is, here we considering more than one wave. So this is the envelope. That is, the envelope means it is the wave, it is having a higher value and also a lower value. That region is taking as an envelope. Here the figure shows the wave with the group velocity and phase velocity. It is going in different directions. That is, the group velocity is positive. That is, the envelope of the wave, it moves rightward. So look into the figure. The envelope, it is going like this, it is increasing like this. So the group velocity is taking as positive. And while the phase velocity, it is negative, that is, the peaks and troughs, that is the lower part, it moves leftward. So by looking into this figure, we can see that the peaks and the lower parts are they are transmitting in this direction. So the superposition of many simple waves of varying frequencies resulting in an envelope wave xt. So here we are considering this u of x comma t. It is a wave. It is propagating in this direction. This is the envelope. This. So if omega 1 and omega 2 are the angular frequency of two simple waves of same amplitude, then the group velocity can be found out. V group is equal to omega 1 minus omega 2 divided by beta 1 minus beta 2. That is equal to delta omega divided by delta beta, or it is equal to d omega divided by d beta. It is the group velocity. And the phase velocity and group velocity, they are related to each other by Rayleigh's formula. That is, the V group, that is the group velocity, it is equal to V phase into 1 minus omega divided by V phase into dV phase divided by d omega, all raised to minus 1. This is the Rayleigh's formula. So this is about the phase and group velocity. Thank you.